Hi everybody! It's time again for the Mikey Now podcast. I'm Mikey.
I'm Al.
And I'm Nick.
What's going on, everybody?
We're fucking nuts.
Another episode of the Mikey Now podcast.
I'm thrilled.
I am too, bro.
Oh, it is nice.
We're making it. We're pushing along.
Still together after all this year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's been almost a year. We have
Yeah,
26, 27 episodes out.
So what do we got going on in
A
today's
strange thing draws us
world? It does.
together. Triangle.
Money.
The hope.
Not really.
The hope.
No.
The hope.
Now, right now, it's
Not yet.
strictly
I tell you
interest.
what, it sure as hell isn't money. It's just interest in doing
Passion.
this. This is
Great
cathartic.
passion.
It's passion.
It's catharticism.
It's nice to get
Catharticism.
together
Sounds
and
like a religion.
talk about things that are happening in the world.
Yep.
That we're a little interested about. What's going on in the world? It's a crazy world right now.
It's insane.
You got Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah. What's he doing? He's always up to something.
He was trying to fight.
Congress?
Something was going on with Elon Musk, and then I think he
He's practicing.
what did he hurt? His leg or something?
I think he broke a leg
He broke a
while
leg.
practicing fighting.
Really?
He does jujitsu, I believe.
He's supposed to fight Musk, right?
Yeah, well, that was
Or
the whole...
Zuckerberg.
That was the whole
we went
thing.
over that a couple episodes
He had a couple
back.
billionaires,
But they didn't fight.
They're worth, between the two of them, they got half of the
United States.
GDP of the United States.
If they could get someone to mediate, they could probably buy Congress together.
It's funny though. What
Someone
somebody
already bought it.
allow
Someone already
them to
bought
do that? Because let's say those two got in the ring,
Yeah.
and they're worth like combined, I don't know, $200 billion.
Yeah, they have more money than an insurance company.
Exactly.
Right?
So who's
So
going
they
to
couldn't be
insure
insured.
that?
Yeah.
Exactly. Who's going to insure that? And who's going to take the risk to make sure that event is insurable? Because let's say, God forbid, one of them gets hit in the head and kicked in the head or whatever the hell it may be. I know it's obsolete that, it probably is 1 in a million that's going to happen, but let's say it did happen.
Yeah.
Let's say you leak
Yeah, he hits him in the temple with a spinning thumb punch. Boom.
Exactly.
Damn,
The five palm finger death
knocked out. Goes into coma and unfortunately fucking passes away. What do we got? We got a lot of bullshit because there's going to be Meta's going down to the floor and the whole fucking world is going to be Facebook and all kind of shit. But the same thing with Elon Musk. Let's say Zuckerberg takes out Musk. We got a lot of chatter in the.
I think if you're the chairman of the board, man, every now and again you just got to roll up your sleeves and not be a wimp.
I agree.
Right? Just go in there, slug it out, and if you die, you die.
This is how corporate takeovers work.
Exactly how it goes, man.
A ring.
Yeah, but come on. It's not like you're going to have fucking
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates versus.
Well, Bill Gates tried. I was going to make a joke about
Tell him.
who he tried to kill, but I'm not going
Who? Bill Gates?
to go down that road.
You know why?
Let's just say he's not allowed in India.
You're going to end up dead tomorrow, Mike.
What happened? Tell me.
Well, I can't say anything.
Tell me a little
I
story.
promised Bill I wouldn't say a word.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, Bill, I'm sorry.
All right. Can you give us
Michael.
a little overview?
Ask him. He's under the table.
Hello, Michael.
He's drunk again.
We've noticed you are revealing company secrets.
Scanner style.
It would be interesting to see those two go at it. I'm going to give my money. I'm going to give my money to Zuckerberg. I really am.
Zook. Well, Zook means business, doesn't he?
Well, I just think he's although
That's what he wants me to call him, the Zook.
The Zuck.
You know what
the
it is?
Zuck.
The meta.
I think that although he is he looks nerdy, he's got this side of him that I think is probably a little ferocious.
Yeah.
And
But tech guys are not known for retiring and then
true,
kicking the
but
shit out of people.
They're known for being on the spectrum.
What?
He's done martial arts.
He's very much on the spectrum. Actually, both of them. I
He
believe
studies
are.
martial arts. He
Right.
does all that kind of stuff, that kind of a thing. So, and then Elon Musk. I like Musk. I
Yeah.
would rather Musk. I like Musk better, but I think in a true fight, I think Zuckerberg's probably going to take him. He's gonna do a kick. He's gonna do a swift kick, something like that. Take
Musk
his
looks
leg
really
out.
soft.
The five
Yeah.
finger
Like
he's never been in a
heart
fight.
exploding
True, too.
technique.
That's true too.
But he might have been, both of them might have been beaten up when they were younger because, techie guys, they might be at the
Could've
right
been.
age where they got
Could've
beat up.
But they're not
Picked
at the
on.
same
Could've
age.
been.
This is a 35-year-old versus a 60-year-old.
Who's 60?
Elon Musk. We
Is
went
he?
over this. We talked about this.
I know, but I'm amazed. He looks like he's about 45 or
Well,
43.
To be honest
the
with you, he
joys of
does.
money.
I guess so.
No, I don't know if it's the money. I think he's just taking. Well,
He looks young.
No, it's the money. Look at anybody in Hollywood.
It's the money.
Yeah. And there's a
could be
point
the
where
money.
they go overboard, right?
Yeah. They start pulling their face
some
back too
beautiful
much,
people.
freeze the face.
Beautiful people.
I
that
didn't
get,
know Musk was going to be 60 either. I was thinking Musk was probably maybe early.
fuck
50s.
me, I guess.
Yes.
What?
Fuck you.
I don't know. I'm going to interrupt you while you're talking.
Well, nobody cares about what you're saying. To be honest.
Now, gentlemen.
Um,
No.
I'm going to get a lot of hate mail for this.
but go
episode.
ahead. What were you going to say? I didn't know
I
Elon
was-
Musk was going to be
yeah, go
60. I really didn't. I
He's
thought
in his
that-
60s, I believe.
Oh.
No fucking way.
Yeah, let's see.
Wow.
Not in his 60s.
Elon Musk age.
Oh my god.
52. Okay, he's not in his 60s.
In
He's
his
52.
60s. Here we got 52. In his fucking 60s.
Yeah, Zuckerberg's probably 83.
Exactly.
You know, this is the guy we got
Musk is
checking
about
facts.
94.
Okay, so there's
Cripes.
only a 12-year difference, but there's a
Oh
big
my
difference between a
God.
52-year-old and a 39-year-old.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there is. But at the same time, if Musk, does his thing, but I still got super.
Oh, but isn't one of them like 6'3" and the other one's like 5 something?
I don't know. You called one of them 60, and they're only 52, so I'm not really sure what you.
We should probably get. I'm gonna make one for the editor to put in there. Whoever's editing this week.
But
They
it's
should.
amazing.
Like
They
a
should
graphic.
duke it out in space.
It's
They should do it in Meta.
It's
They
amazing,
should.
though.
They should duke it out on Mars.
Yeah, it's amazing though that these two control. I mean, literally, between the both of them, like $400 or $500 billion. That's why I don't think they'll fight, because I don't think they'll ever get the go ahead.
Yeah, by their CFOs and things as
there's,
such.
There's just never gonna. It's just never gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because they're not gonna be able to. There's just too much worry, concern of one of them getting hurt, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd love to. It'd be great to see a big, fist brawl, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Even with comically big gloves, you
I
think they would do it then, or in those giant
I don't think they
inflatable
wanna be
sumo
comical
outfits.
about it. I think they actually hate each other.
Yep.
Yeah.
Honey,
Honey, I'm
Honey.
home. Yeah, but yeah. Try to guess
boss
which one
is
of
here,
the
honey.
two is actually richer.
I think it goes back and forth all the time. Who gives a shit? I mean, after
Yeah.
you're worth, a couple of $1 billion, what
you got to get the door.
difference does it make?
At that point, I think it just becomes power, or who's the bigger fish. Because I would want to be like a mid-tier billionaire, like just fade into obscurity of billionaires and just be left alone. I don't want to make the presses.
I just want to be a billionaire.
Otherwise, you're a
That'd be
target.
great.
Yeah.
You know what? If you are a billionaire, I mean, at the end of the day, what do you have to prove? I mean, just go out and enjoy your life and,
Yeah.
spend
I just throw $1 million away every
impossible
day.
amount of money.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, because a billion is 1,000 million.
1,000 million.
It's $1,000 million.
Can we
That's
go
a
over
lot
the
of
fact
millions.
that I've never even seen $1 million in my life.
Why would you?
I'm sure my folks have, but
Yeah, what have you been on?
No,
some
no,
drug
I mean-
deals?
I
I
don't
don't
mean-
think many people.
I don't
have.
mean
Most.
seeing the physical amount. I mean, I have not earned $1 million yet.
You're like 12 years old.
You're like fucking
21.
4.
Sorry.
Yet
gives
when
a
he
shit?
was 24, he already had his first $1 million.
Who?
Zuckerberg.
Well, you're not him.
Musk had $1 million because his father owned a diamond mine of some sort, or some sort of.
What's
crystal
Zuckerberg's
mine.
background? What's his dad?
Harvard.
What did his dad do?
I don't know. Coal
No.
miner. He worked for Elon Musk's father. No,
Yeah, his father was.
it's
a
his
coal miner.
father's
Bitter
actually his
feud.
father's actually Elon Musk.
Bitter
His father
feud.
was coal miner's daughter, like Loretta Lynn or some shit like that.
His father was a coal miner's daughter.
Oh, sonny
Coal
boy,
miner's son or whatever you want.
get
to
on
call
out
it.
of here.
Give me a break.
I don't want
Edward
this for you.
Zuckerberg is a dentist.
Oh,
There you go.
see, that's a leg up.
That's
My
what I
books.
got. Dennis do very well.
Guys, stop.
Yeah,
stop,
very
stop,
well.
Stop, stop, stop.
What?
We got the good old fuck up here. Let me just hit stop. Stop. Starts delaying itself. Give me a moment.
Bastard.
Bathroom break or no?
No.
Way past.
Give me a second. Test. Okay, go.
Go.
Yep, you're good.
Zook. Yeah.
So
He
the
was a
Zuck-
dentist. He was a dentist. His
Who?
father, Edward Zuckerberg, his father
Yeah.
was a dentist.
Yeah, the
You
big,
know
the
what?
big
Dennis
Zook.
did very well too. I mean, God bless him.
Yeah.
So he comes from a line of smart.
High suicide rate. That profession.
Yeah, it
Really?
used to be. Used to be
One
the
of those.
highest, actually.
Yeah.
I forget. I just looked up what
Drilling
it was
into bone constantly.
I don't know why.
I don't see it being rewarding at the end of it.
Now let me ask you a question though. Okay, and I don't mean this in a bad way.
Uh-huh.
So I'm a dentist.
Yes.
All right. And I have my own dental practice, and I'm probably making, I don't know, high six figures.
Yeah.
I got a whole staff, and I'm drilling into people's teeth, and I get that. So why would there be a higher suicide rate than, let's say, a guy who's cleaning up jism at a strip bar in fucking Manhattan?
Nick, look up suicide rate of.
You pick the best job ever to compare.
No, but remember,
to dentistry.
think about that. I mean,
Yeah, what's the suicide? Nick, look up the suicide rate of Jizz Mopper in
I would kill somebody for the
Park
position.
Slope.
No,
Park
seriously.
Slope jizz collector.
Yeah.
You know, somebody.
Squeegee.
Somebody who's
Just squeegee.
fucking.
And then
you
the
know,
resale value on jizz.
Even some guy who's working. You know, have you ever been to a strip club?
Never.
There's a guy.
Never.
Wait a minute. Who's working? He's in the bathroom, and you got to give him $1 or whatnot because you're taking a piss or whatever the case may be.
I thought I saw you the other night.
But I'm thinking that's probably a higher suicide rate than you can be as a professional dentist.
I bet you make a lot doing that.
What's that?
You're going to work at a strip club, a cash-only business where taxes do not exist?
It all depends on how many people come in.
Depends
You're
on
still
where
in
it
a
is.
goddamn bathroom, and you're sitting there, dealing with guys who are.
You're hanging with the hottest women that your county can find, which are,
I'd imagine you'd probably get depressed and kill yourself after doing that for 2 years.
That's my point.
Yeah,
right?
take 2 years. Yeah.
Okay,
As a
so maybe the
dentist?
drugs there are like expected.
What do you mean the drugs there?
Because one of the contributing factors to dentistry suicide happens to be substance abuse.
Ooh,
Depression.
So they write their own prescriptions.
There you go. Yeah, I never thought about that.
Oh, never thought about that.
Yeah, they're having a little bit too much fun.
It does
got
feel
that.
weird because doctors are higher now, medical doctors.
In what way?
Oh,
They're higher on that list. And by the way,
possible.
we'll put the
You
suicide
go
hotline
through
on
med
this
school the whole time.
Yeah.
You
10 years,
push
8 years,
through.
right?
You become a doctor.
You know everything.
You know everything. You're trying to do everything. I mean, you're trying to, come through on a professional level, and you're making probably a great salary.
Oh, yeah.
Where's the? I mean,
Okay.
I don't get it.
Yeah, what's the
I don't
attraction
get it.
for doctors? Stress?
Yeah, why?
Is that what it is? Or
Stress.
just the
Stress.
accessibility?
Think about this. This is a job where you're working, ignore that, you're working constant hours.
Yeah.
You don't get to have a family life as a doctor if you're making the amount of money that you think you're making.
Fucking who.
If you want to work
Exactly.
8-hour days at a private clinic or your own clinic, you get to choose your hours. You're making
do,
less
but then,
money.
Oh, you're making less money.
You're making much less money than you think you would.
Hmm.
They're still making 100,000 plus, but the lifestyles of these people,
$100,000 plus,
But the-
$100,000 doesn't.
Yeah, but isn't it rewarding to
Doesn't
heal
come into
people?
equation.
the 100,000. Well,
What about healing people,
I don't know. Do you think
like
the
good-
majority of doctors get
care
into
about-
it for the money or for the healing people?
I think it's for the money, but they incidentally are sworn to heal people
There's
with
a lot of people that are.
Hippocratic oath. You know?
There's a lot. Okay, yeah,
Hippocratic
because the
oath.
Hippocratic oath always matters.
Right?
As an EMT, I shouldn't say.
Did you have to take that oath?
No.
Oh, shit.
Hippocratic oath does not apply to anybody but medical doctors.
I think
And nurses, right? Or no?
They don't care. No. Have you met?
I think it's a blend. I think if you're going to go into the medical profession, and I can just say, hold on, Nick's telling me to wrap it up. So
Quit.
Don't say that next time. But yeah, we gotta go
What?
to the next thing if we want to hit the next subject.
What's our next subject?
We're already about like 20 minutes into this.
Oh,
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, or we can talk about Elon Musk with the computer chip in humans.
No, let's go into let's go into Jared Leto.
All right, let's finish your thought, or
Yeah.
we can just like cut at my ending there.
No, I'm just saying. I think that as a physician, I would assume you're doing it for the love of being a medicine.
yeah.
But I mean, the paycheck is not bad.
I have
You
a
know
friend
what I mean?
whose father-in-law is a doctor, and he swears that he just became a doctor to stick needles in people. I swear to God. So you never know. Yeah, all the intentions I think vary per profession.
Yeah,
And
I
yet,
think you're right.
EMTs definitely aren't in it for the money.
No.
No, you guys are not in it.
What about the adrenaline? Are they in it for the adrenaline?
I don't know. It is a nice rush, but you get used to it, and only really not cool, but high intensity stuff gets to you at a certain point.
I could see.
And this
So
is
then you're
speaking as
chasing
somebody
that
who's only
rush.
been doing this for a year, so
He's chasing that rush.
I can't imagine being dead inside in 30 years.
So what is this?
They're already dead.
What'd you hear, Al?
Jared Leto climbed the
Oh
Empire
yeah, that was
State
crazy. My
What do you
father
mean
told me about
climbed
this.
it? I didn't see it.
It's a big publicity stunt, but
You climbed
he
the Empire
climbed
State
the
Building
Empire State Building on the outside. He didn't just like walk up the stairs.
with a harness.
What, though?
Yeah, with the harness, of course. He wasn't free climbing this.
Oh, well, that
But-
Well,
doesn't.
then you know what? He's a pussy.
Yeah, that doesn't get much credit, man. Now listen, I think it's cool, and I wouldn't do it. I'm too much of a wimp to do that myself.
No, exactly. But at
You
the
know?
same time, I've seen these guys.
But you're doing it with a harness, man. That's no
I've
Harold
seen these
Lloyd
guys
shit.
on Facebook, though, Mike.
Yeah.
That some of these guys are up. I mean, they're in Dubai.
Uh-huh.
They're at the top of these astronomical high buildings,
Yeah,
and they're walking on these
little
small
ledges. Yeah,
little ledges, and they're trying to become, obviously well known through what they're doing.
yeah.
But number one, I'm afraid of heights.
Oof.
I've come to realize that.
Yeah.
But what these guys are doing is just unbelievably, insanely stupid. And you see a lot of them. I mean, they don't make it. They're gonna take one fall, and they're all the way through the floor.
Really?
So I've seen,
Is life that bad for him? Where anything shy of this is like a shitty life?
I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to be so self-promoting in terms of their whole fan base and whatnot that they continue to try to escalate what
There's a group.
No, these are
specific group, or-
individuals.
Oh,
There
wow.
was one guy, I can't think of his name. He died last year. He just, when you're walking on these steel things, like at a top of a skyscraper, and you can't, it's just a gust of wind, something like that. And these guys are just doing this.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah, they're just doing like it's no big deal. Like that guy, that climber. What's his name? Alex Henbeck? Is it Henbeck?
Honnold.
Oh,
Alex Honnold. Free solo guy.
He's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a, I think he had his own special that came out about him doing free soloing climbs. and
Free
whatnot.
solo was the movie.
Yeah, free solo.
Is he still alive?
He's a very, oh yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Surprisingly, he boulders stuff free, nothing, no rope. He did
Oh,
Yosemite
nothing.
with no rope,
Nothing.
which is, I don't know if he did La Dora Dora, which is one of the most difficult rock climbs in the world. You're jumping at many, many points to reach the next handhold.
Oh,
Talk about beyond balls.
sure.
I mean, beyond balls.
Beyond balls.
But,
That should be his nickname.
but
I think that's a different type of like dentist. He's just really seeking that adrenaline rush, or doctor,
Going for
or
it.
EMS, whatever.
But beyond balls, what I'm saying, what I mean is, this guy
Uh-huh.
has the nerve to be able to do. I don't know. There's no freaking way.
There must
I
be
could-
something in the brain,
There's got
either missing or added.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's got to be some kind of component in the brain that allows you to do that,
Yeah.
and allows you free willing to be able to do that and be okay with it, because I couldn't do it.
Neither
There's
could
no
I.
freaking way.
Yeah, I zip-lined once and almost shit my pants. I'm not kidding, man. I couldn't handle it. It's too much.
And you did shoot
Yeah.
Scary.
hands.
I did it another
Well, not
occasion.
ziplining. We've been over
Yeah.
this.
It was
See
a-
episode 18 for this more
You know, my
information.
friend's kids saw that or watched it. I was talking I
What's
told
that?
my friend's kids saw when I was talking about shitting my pants.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and they
Well, they
asked him about it. I didn't see them, but I was like, tell him it was AI.
That's even funnier.
New program. Someone's trying to screw me.
We're going
it's
to work
just
on the
crazy.
AI thing. I think we could probably get a video of you two making some bullshit claims.
This is actually the first show we're doing that's AI.
Yeah.
We're all at home right now.
That's why I sound a little less ugly.
Okay. Well, your cues are getting better.
Yeah, thank you. Free soloing, Alex Honnold. That's where you were.
How are we doing on time? Are we rolling still?
We're at 12:37. We are still rolling.
Free selling Alex Honnold.
No, it just trips me out and amazes me that some people out there have no
fear.
There's no fear. There's just a.
They got the drive too. You know, it takes some real balance and strength.
It's a lot
coordination and durability.
He's put a crap ton of work into it.
I mean, I respect the shit out of him. Don't get me wrong, but just like Travis Pastrana when he jumped out of that plane with no parachute. I mean, you got to give these people some credit.
What about that tightrope walker that walked between the skyscrapers? Did he walk between the original?
French guy? He doesn't get any points because he's really annoying.
Really?
Yeah, I watched that documentary a few times. Man on a Wire.
Oh, wasn't that James Franco that played him?
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
In a movie about it?
About it. Yeah.
I just saw the documentary.
You know what I looked up, though? The first guy, and I think I may have talked about this one time, but maybe we'll just revisit it. I looked up because I was curious. The first guy who parachuted.
Okay.
And he was very unsuccessful. I think it was in Paris.
Ooh.
And he was up on this. This high level ridge.
Yeah.
And there probably had to be thousands of people out there.
Chanting top hats and things.
Top hats, and they're all clapping for him because he was going to be the first guy. Because he had this, he had this parachute, and the parachute consisted almost like I don't know if you've seen the
pillowcase,
the Red Bull things, with the wings that go out and whatnot.
Gotcha. So there's steering abilities in it.
Steering ability, but they're at a very, very high level. They're probably at about 30,000 feet, not 30,000 feet, but they're at a very high level off a mountain. And when they jump off, they swoon and they open up this.
Oh, those are cool. The
wingsuits, cool
wingsuits,
Red Bull parachute and whatnot. So this guy,
he tried something similar,
and I wish I could remember his name, but he was like on a big, like where the water canisters are up in the, how they had like
the tanks,
the water tanks, right? So he's
tanker.
up on this big ass water tank, and you can look it up, and I can't think of it, but and there's thousands of people cheering him on because he's going to be the first guy who's going to shoot out there and be okay.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, that guy,
no good.
He jumped my.
I mean, it's well over 100 years, probably, right? So we don't have to feel bad for him.
I mean, still,
he nosedived.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Just a total plummet.
Just a complete plummet.
And there's footage of it.
There's photo. And he was trying to do this thing, and he was like, and everybody was like, beep. Everybody was like, yeah, do it, do it, that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure.
And this guy was like, and it's amazing.
We are the French. We will be the first to do this.
We will be the first.
We are proud.
And he probably, I don't know if he was a scientist. I don't know who he was, but he just jumped, and God bless him. He just went straight down.
And it's a thud, right?
That is a doornail.
Yeah, if it were the Muppets or something, you'd find it funny.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like Gonzo falling down doing something like that.
So how...
But you don't like the Muppets, so
how
I
in
don't
between
hear
Muppets and humans, where is the line drawn?
There is no line, my friend. That's the problem with people.
Gonzo
people are
versus
Muppets.
Gonzo.
Your choices aren't
Muppets are people.
But your choices are relevant. I mean, this guy literally stepped off that edge and jumped off. Dead. And he thought
they probably got like rude with him too. They're like, "Hey, get him off the street." I have to get through with it.
They're like, "Get the next guy up there."
Arch the triumph.
Cue the fucking Pac-Man noise.
It's just crazy though how these decisions play a role in everything.
It's terrible.
Yeah, that's a big decision.
I don't want to laugh at that.
I know.
It's not funny, but I swear to God, look it up.
It's kind of funny.
First,
yeah, we'll play it. I'm sure
first
it'll
guy
play
to
it
plummet
in post,
to death.
right?
I'm not looking that up. I'm going to get on a list.
It's not gruesome, I don't think. I think I've seen this. It's on the wide, and it's pretty funny, Nick.
Look, I've seen a few people.
It's pretty funny.
I've seen a few people plummet to their death stupidly, but not the actual fall. On these Russian, like the people that are getting up high, like Al talk about, for their fan base. They're going up to these tall buildings and windows and stuff, taking these photos, and they just fall.
Jeez.
Bye-bye.
There's
accidental.
Terrible.
Horrible.
Oh.
So we got the whole Taylor Swift thing.
Taylor
Phenomenon.
Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, and Kelsey Grammer.
Not
Joke. Kelsey.
That's what I
Kelsey.
said.
Kelsey Grammer.
You got it in my
Travis
head because you got it.
Kelce.
Travis
Travis
Kelsey.
Kelce.
Yeah, great
Travis
football
Kelce.
player. Great football player. Great pop star. Blah, blah, blah.
Which one is which?
I got to
Not
tell
sure.
you, though, I don't think, in terms of phenomenon that we've seen Taylor Swift and the crowds that she can command,
Yeah.
is just unbelievable. I think she could be, if she wanted to run for president, she could probably.
Oh,
I had a friend bought tickets for his wife to go see Taylor Swift for her birthday. $800 a ticket, and that's on the lower end. Oh no, he got them for $400. I think because they're in the preferred Taylor Swift friendship.
Yeah.
In the friendship club for
Group
Taylor Swift.
circle.
Yeah, the fan.
She's
Heart-shaped.
going to be, I think, the first.
They're on the mailer list.
No, really.
Oh yeah.
I think they're going to be the first.
They got the tickets. Just hear this out real quick.
Let
They
me
got
hear.
the tickets for $250, which is way more than I'd ever pay for any ticket. And then he had the ability to sell them for $800 at one point,
You know what? I agree with
which
you.
is tempting.
No, but you know what? I agree with you. I don't think I'd pay more than. I'm like
Sorry, I'm sorry.
I'm ready. Let's go.
I'm trying to be
don't.
a nice fucking person
No,
here,
don't
but
be a
you're just
nice
like,
person.
fuck them.
Don't be a
Let's
nice.
go.
Yeah, don't be a
Fuck
nice
them.
person ever again.
Go.
Ready?
Oh,
So anyway, I got it. This Taylor Swift.
Yep.
Taylor Swift.
yeah.
She's
Insane.
been she's like a phenomenon. She's
She's
like
a phenomenon.
she's
Tay-Tay.
like a beetle.
Yeah, they're crazy about her.
I mean, she is unbelievable. This Eras tour, what she's been able to do. I mean, they're putting in films. I always thought she was very talented,
Yeah, and beautiful.
but I'm still trying to figure out, maybe it's just the purity of her or whatnot and how she comes across with her music. But I'm telling you, she's killing
Dynamite.
it. Stadiums. She's probably going to be the first female billionaire just off her music. I mean, I don't believe
I'm sure she's going to do great things.
I don't believe she
For the
has
money.
any other, and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody out there, please. But I don't think she has, because a lot of people that say Jay-Z and all these other people, they take their music to the forefront.
Oh.
And then what they do is then they off-brand themselves. So they have brands of clothing, brands of this, brands of that. I don't know that she's done that yet. If she does that,
Yeah. She's keeping herself like a sacred star on top of the tree.
to a certain degree, and then she's dating this guy,
Kelsey.
Travis Kelce,
Travis Kelsey.
who seems like a cool dude.
Dynamite player.
Dynamite player.
Wants you to get double vaccinated.
Exactly. I saw that commercial too.
He wants us all to get double vaccinated.
What are you doing over there? Are we good?
We had a timer for our topics. Keep
Are
going.
we good or no?
You're good.
So I think that, it's going to be interesting to see how long that freaking relationship lasts. The only reason is because when you're in a relationship in a bubble,
Yeah.
I'm assuming it could, you
Eventually someone farts.
Probably more than I do.
Right? Yeah. While they're sleeping.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you think that, well, you've been in that bubble.
I've never been in a super couple bubble.
No.
Nah, I've been in a bubble of like, alcohol and opiates. Really?
They put you in a literal bubble and
I was in a bubble though, man. It was a warm bubble. Oof,
Yeah, but
I missed
you've had
that bubble.
your time. I mean, you've had your
You've had your time.
not your time. Man, I'm saying you've had your instances where
Those two are bigger than Liberace.
no. But my point is this. I mean, tell me if
Why is Liberace in the 1960s
That was just because I
flamboyant pianist your
received
go-to?
some fan mail from Norm from D.C. inquiring about Liberace.
my point is you've had your instances where I'm assuming fame did not hurt in issue some kind of a rapport with somebody.
No, but never the caliber. Caliber. No, there's just some wonderful people. But as far as the
I'm not
star
saying,
power,
like,
that fame, you have a like one of the top athletes in the NFL,
Right.
and he's with the top pop star.
It's going to shatter in broken glass. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because here's what it's just not gonna. It's my prediction.
Probably a lot of pressure from both sides to do whatever they're doing.
Too much. It's too much. I think they're great. Both. I think they're both great people.
They're both great in bed.
There's no way you're gonna last in that bubble. And what she's gonna find is that
prefer a guy like you. I'm hoping if she hears this,
she would probably she'd get a restraining order with a guy like me. But my point is that it's going to be hard for somebody like her to find that person who is not. I mean, she is like
but she'll write another hit song out of this guy. That's what she does.
She could.
Yeah, it's like, you can't touch me. You never knew me.
Yeah, exactly.
You never do. Boom.
Well, that was
I
the
never
go-to
thought
joke.
about that.
That's a go-to
I never
joke.
thought about that. I never thought about that.
If she doesn't use those exact lyrics, you gotta sue.
I'll sue.
You gotta sue.
No, she's great. I mean, listen.
You're really good with that kind of stuff. Just kind of
We got to be very
down.
careful here because we're not going to disparage Taylor Swift because if we do, we're fucked.
Hey, you know, she's a pro.
I mean,
she's a pro.
Would that be so bad?
She just seems like a truly, truly wonderful girl. I mean, she really does. But my point is, I just don't see how you can exist in that bubble for the span of time. Meaning, and I think this guy Kelsey is a great dude too.
Yeah.
But my point is to put that much pressure because they're constantly.
Yeah.
I mean, you get no downtime. You get no. Everybody wants to know everything what's going on with you.
Yeah.
At any given moment.
There's a lot of pressure from every end. And then next thing you know, you're just kind of, I bet they're kind of locked down in their apartment or their complex, and it's like being on house arrest.
Exactly.
Better off being with someone who's obscure.
Well, I don't know how obscure you can be when you're that kind of famous. I mean, she would, and I really don't even know how it happened. I mean, I thought she was always great. I thought her music was always good, but I mean, to the level that she just blew up, I have no idea how it happened.
Keeps taking it a level higher.
Yeah, she must have.
I'm going to go on a limb and say that people are just getting dumber.
So he's starting. Wait a minute. Okay,
Good example over there.
Okay.
What about the brain chip thing? What's his name's got a brain chip?
Elon Musk wants to
Musk
a chip into people's brains, and he's looking for a volunteer.
Let him put a chain in his own fucking brain first.
Well, would you volunteer?
Well, why do you? I'm a volunteer firefighter. I'm a volunteer EMT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll volunteer to die of a
I'll
horrible brain injury.
I tell you what, I'll volunteer.
Kill me if it leaves me a vegetable. Just
I will
end me.
volunteer to put the first chip in Elon Musk's brain if he wants.
The first one's guaranteed to lose, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so you got to test it on a prisoner or something.
Get Alex Honnold on that.
They don't have feelings.
Yeah. I don't know. A chip in the brain right now? What the fuck?
Yeah, Hunnell could survive that one, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Probably heal like Wolverine and shit.
You know what? We're gonna come to that cycle flow. It may be another 40, 50 years out, but there's gonna be some replacements there.
Now, what's this chip supposed to do?
Allow you to link with technology.
Really? So you just
you can allow you to link with technology.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that means. That means you're fucked.
Can technology link to you then? Can it just explode something in there?
That's the question. Well, I feel like putting any piece of electrical device in your brain, we don't do that. This is the first instance of that. We put it near the heart. We put pacemakers, right?
Yeah.
And defibrillators, automatic external defibrillators. Or actually internal. We put them in the body.
But
to restart
the
heart
brain's
if there's an
electric.
issue.
You want to get to your point.
Electrical.
Well, the brain's electric.
Okay, so
I don't know if I want to mess around with putting more electric up there. You
Chicken
have to
shit.
be. I'm gonna wait.
Exactly.
I'm gonna wait a couple
next
years.
chicken
I'm
shit.
gonna wait like 100 years. See if I'm still alive.
Then it's going to cost you.
I'll be dead.
Do it while it's free.
If I'm alive at 124, kill me.
I'm doing.
I'll get Musk on the horn right now.
There we go. I'm doing the whole.
I wonder if Elon wears Brute.
I wonder if he
You
would
know,
answer
because that's a
your call.
good Musk.
I wonder.
Boom. But no, I didn't.
Nice.
I'm wondering if
I
he
like
does.
that.
You know.
Yeah, you know. What?
No, do you go like shake his hand and suddenly he smells like Grandpa?
The guy still seems like somebody I would like to meet. And whatnot. I don't know.
All these people seem very interesting. Yeah,
They really
I'd love to
are.
eat a lunch with any one of them.
I think
As long as they're paying.
Yeah, yeah. If they're not, we know.
We go to
that
the
they're
most
cheap.
expensive joint. Make sure they pay.
I think it would be cool to see what Elon Musk has going on with with technology, But at the end of the day, not as cool as Taylor Swift, my boy.
They do got some cool shit.
They got some cool shit.
They're the hot ticket item, man.
Hot ticket item.
If
they're probably doing promotions now or signing deals to do like spots and ads.
You
and
know
whatnot.
I tell you what's
Together.
funny. Now think about this. Now think about Taylor Swift and Kelsey. What's his name? Kelsey fucking
Grammer.
No, it's his last name is Kelsey. His first name is Travis.
Travis Kelsey.
Don't forget
think about
it, fool.
now think about this. They're sitting there having a nice evening, right?
Yep.
They're in bed
Fireside.
They're in bed.
Bearskin rug.
Fireside, bearskin rug.
She's laying across that thing.
She's laying around.
Flames dancing on it. Naked body.
Writing.
All right, forget.
Wait a minute. Flames dancing, and they're looking at each other's eyes, and she's like, you know what? You're so hot. And he's like, you're the best in the world.
Yeah, Al Green's playing.
Exactly. And Al Green's playing, and they're like,
Al Sharpton's playing.
They're thinking to themselves, we're the most popular fucking two people in the world.
Yeah, I love you,
we're
baby.
Brangelina right now.
And she's like, you know what? I love you. Yeah. And she's like, I want to grab that fucking, I want to grab them balls. And he's like, oh, I just want to go down on that Swift pussy.
He's like, I can show you how to grab balls.
I don't blame him, and I don't blame her. It's only natural that there'll be that type of attractive.
Can you imagine that? And they get about 15. They get about 15 bodyguards around them, and they're all just hanging out in the bedroom and hanging out.
Yeah, like a circular couch that's sunk into the room, and
Something
it's all
like that.
covered with endangered animal fur.
Exactly. And they get about 20 bodyguards outside
like
the
a
front
chalice.
door and all that.
They have a
3
chalice of
bodyguards
baby blood in the
inside.
center of the coffee table.
The
that
3
has it's a flame.
baby blood in the chalice to keep them young.
Exactly.
That's what I would do.
Like
if I
Elon
was-
Musk's Neuralink.
Let me
is
tell you,
being-
she's probably pees in a chalice, and she has fans who drink it and that kind of shit.
She makes more
They'd
money
probably
off
pay
that
tons.
than
Yeah.
the concerts.
Yeah,
I
well,
can
because
guarantee you
Yeah.
that if she did something of that nature,
Uh-huh.
there would be a fucking market for it.
Yeah.
There would be some decrepit guy out there who'd
It's
be
him.
like, you know,
twisted
I'll
ass
spend
shit.
I'll
It's
spend
Al is the
$100,000 to do that kind of shit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you.
He's got a fun put away called the Taylor Swift Piss Fund.
Yep.
Yeah, the Paris held the
Yep.
Taylor Swift piss fund.
And it's a poster of Taylor
Nick's
and,
like-
and a urine cup.
Nick is wondering why can't I go to college? Shut up.
A urine cup that he puts gold pieces in.
I'm telling you, that is how much this girl is adored throughout the world. It's
She's
amazing.
huge.
It's like the Beatles reincarnated into Taylor Swift at this point.
And she's only
God bless
one
her.
person.
But I'm a
I got
Beatles
it,
fan.
and I will say this: what?
I argue that one, but I'm a Beatles fan, so.
So am I. But at the end of the day, I will tell you, she seems like a very nice. Here's another thing: you can't say anything bad about her.
Why not?
Because she does nothing wrong. She does not go she doesn't go against, there's no political bullshit with her. She,
It's not controversial.
she's not that controversial to a certain degree. And if she does, she'll walk it back. So God bless her.
Good for her, man. She's
Yeah.
killing it. Printing money.
Another thing.
Printing money and performing. That's
First
the big thing. She's
billionaire,
doing what
I
she
think,
loves.
in the history that'll be by music alone. Without a doubt.
I think it's
Maybe.
a crime that it's before Patty LaBelle, and
got it all. She's
the
got it
masses
all.
are
God
just
bless her.
waiting
Yep,
for it.
Yep.
Shit.
All right, say that they got it at the right time. Say that again.
Some people, they just got it at the right time, and the masses are just waiting for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We talked about the broken bones thing, but we didn't really actually talk about. Do you want to talk about that?
What's
Al?
that?
Oh, broken bones.
Oh,
Yeah.
Broken Bones, yeah.
My son, unfortunately, went through that experience just recently. He broke his arm in a way whereby if he didn't have surgery on it, he couldn't move his arm left or right. So he just went through that thing, and
Compound or what?
yeah,
Ooh.
sort of, and it just made me wonder, people out there, who go through that kind of experience, because I haven't. Thank God. Have you broke a bone?
Just a thumb.
You broke a thumb.
Fracture.
Okay,
So there's nothing.
nothing major.
No, I'd puke if I broke a
Me
compound
too.
fracture or something. I'd puke.
Compound.
I'd faint or puke.
I think so.
Yeah, like a
You
little
know
wimp.
what? I there was there's a girl who worked at OCC, and she just posted on Facebook. I think she had a femur break.
That's supposed to be the most painful and the hardest bone to break.
I was thinking about that. How do you break your femur? And if you do, I just couldn't even imagine.
How'd she break it? Any explanation?
I didn't see what the explanation. I didn't want to hear it.
I think you have to be skiing super fast, and then you need to hit a crossbar that's at like right in the center, so that there's a perfect bow.
Oh my God!
And then snap, and then you hear the snap, and then you feel it. I think it's the most painful.
Dog bone, right?
Yeah, that's the biggest bone in the human body.
Is it the femur, right? It's true, right?
Oh, yeah. And imagine if that breaks, man, you might be in pain forever, with arthritis.
I tell you
and
what, my son, just on his bone, with his arm.
Well, he's young, right?
Well,
19?
he's young, but he's pain, it's been pain for him. I'm curious, anybody out there breaking bones, and what's the least painful break versus, is that even a question? Is there a least painful versus the most painful? I really don't know.
The doctor could answer that one.
But a femur, I was just like a femur. Ooh.
We should have a doctor on, just get free exams and act like he's a guest.
But here's the worst thing. When you see a fracture or some kind of a bone, and it penetrates the skin,
ooh.
That to me is just,
yeah. That happened to a friend of mine with his shin wrestling.
Really?
Yep. Boom. Bone popped out. Christ. I missed it. Thank God. I've never seen that.
Those are very annoying injuries to deal with.
That is a very, very throw.
You've dealt with that, huh?
Yeah, not me as
people
having
screaming,
had it, but having, EMS. We see one or two of those.
That bone can sever an artery, right?
Depending on where it goes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, we're talking about a femur break.
Yeah, femur breaks suck.
Well, thank you.
They're the worst,
so.
right?
Not the worst, actually. You can
Biggest
readjust. You can't really place it back in, but there. I don't know what the worst bone break would be. Probably
I broke
pelvis.
my back.
Pelvic bone's got to probably be the most debilitating one, right?
What?
The pelvic.
No,
Yeah,
besides spine, right? Besides spine, where you're not moving anymore. In terms of healable or things that will heal, things that can heal.
Yep.
Pelvic injury, or I don't know the.
Shattered my pelvis.
What's this one? The collarbone.
Yeah,
clavicle.
Not that bad for
Okay, so then pelvic's got to suck.
I have broken. I do believe I've broken my back.
Ooh, really?
I don't think I've gotten the actual
diagnosis,
but I couldn't move. This is back in Brooklyn. For like 3 weeks, I couldn't move. I couldn't get out of the bed.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Should have went to see you.
I did.
Somethingist.
It was a fun night out, and I came home and
Egyptologist.
Whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and one of those things.
You were probably loose at least, when
I
you fell.
was.
Yeah, that's the big one.
So,
well, I feel like we've gotten a lot today, this week. We might come back next week with the painting episode.
Ooh.
Let's do that though.
We're gonna paint.
Let's ask if we can ask the fans what they'd like to see. I hear a lot of comments, and they would love to see. You paint, Mike. Just like off-candid kind of a thing.
Bang, no problem.
And then, we can hopefully
go over the process. You guys can make fun of my rendition of whatever I'm doing.
But we can push it out to a fan or something like that.
Yep,
if you're cool with that.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
yeah, of course, yeah. Or anybody who wants it, or charity, or
yeah. Otherwise,
good.
What we'd also like to do is obviously have a couple of more guests on the show.
Yeah,
and maybe do a couple of more outings here shortly. I know you got your, you're wrapping up your personal.
His production.
A production, yes. Film production, amateur film production.
Yeah, everybody look out for that.
Some days I feel low, some days I feel high.
And some days I'm naked on set.
But you know what?
Like I'm being drugged behind something.
That gives you a little bit more leeway, I guess, in December or January, somewhere in that area.
Be freeing back up, be foot loose. Yeah, and then I could focus on this thing.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful
so
thing.
Everybody out there, fans and whatnot, just want to thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for tuning in.
Next week, will Mike decide to finally use the arcade machine? Coming soon on Mikey and Al podcast. That's Mikey, the letter N, Al podcast. Find us anywhere podcasts are found.
Anyway.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks all, guys.
Bye.
Thanks.
Goodbye.